Hi, welcome. I'm Zvara, and today we're going to be working a little bit with the hip flexors. And so for many of us, due to prolonged sitting or overuse, we find that there's a lot of restriction here. We may also be feeling that restriction through the lower back. So the two are kind of connected. So today is more of a functional movement to help release the hip flexor and also build a better gluteus maximus and core strength. So when we have a better hip support and better core support, we're going to find that areas that shouldn't be so tight and overworked start to relax and let go. All right, so what you'll need is you're going to step to the top of your mat. And as you step to the top of your mat, find mountain pose. Now, neutral pelvis. I want you to try to keep neutral pelvis because if you are someone that's more lordotic or you have more of a flat back, I want you not to be overemphasizing those postures. So I want you to come back into neutral so that way the hip flexor gets a good stretch and the low back stays nice and long and supported. So we're going to go slow the first couple of times. As you exhale, a nice little mind-body connection, step back with what would be your left leg. So left leg steps back. I like to work with this in bare feet because you can get the movement and the flexion and extension through the foot. Pressing through the heel, work not to let the lower back significantly arch and all the belly muscles get lost. I want you to keep the contraction of your core and keep the hips square and level. Using the gluteus maximus on the base leg, launch yourself back up into mountain pose. Then you'll repeat. If you need to, hands on your hips for the first few rounds so you can feel what your pelvis is doing. Again, we feel as though the lower glutes and the pelvic core are launching us back upright versus a movement kind of like this. And I can just really feel that in my lower back. I'm taking one for the team there. All right, now let's add a lever or a driver, which is going to be the arm. So when you step back with your left leg, your left arm is going to reach. I'm actually pulling the arm back behind the head to create a nice long stretch from that psoas and groin area all the way to the arm and fingertips, and then coming back up. So inhale and exhale. Speed is not nearly as important as trying to stay stable, keep balance, and create the stretch. So I'm pressing through my back heel as I reach up and lengthen, so there's a stretch. I feel my trunk turned on. Inhale and exhale. Good balance work on the front leg. And if that arm lifting your lever is too much, keep them at the hips. It's not so much of a knee bend, lift and lower. We're not doing like a leg squat. We're working on stretching the hip flexor and still working on a nice lunge. Press through the back heel. That won't work with shoes on. My arms are strong. And I'm trying to bring the arm back behind the head without feeling tension in my shoulders. So we're going about 2 minutes. Inhale and exhale. Your speed has to be relevant to your body's ability to balance and to feel something. Make sure that when you're stretching back, the hip isn't opening. Keep that guy square. Let's go about 4 more, so 2 more on each way. If you're never sure how to warm up, this is a great warm-up move. Last one. Nice job. Nice deep breath in. Nice deep breath out. Step back with your left foot. So left foot steps back, not a big stride this time. Feet are parallel, toes are forward, hips are square. Balance is a challenge. Nice big breath in. Now the back knee is going to bend as I fold forward. Now I'm feeling all hamstring on the front leg. Rise back up, never locking the knee. Hips are square. Exhale. Bend the back knee. I'm trying to move what would be your right hip back and then back up again. Exhale. And inhale. Try to resist the temptation to round your weight into the outside edge of the foot. Keep the foot very much grounded. If you're a yogi, this is a much more functional and safe alternative to standing head to knee, especially if you find yourself vulnerable to locking and we're getting balance. For those of us that have SI joint issues and you tend to feel upper glute pain on one side, This is a nice way to try to get some space and some movement back in probably a restricted sit bone. Exhale and inhale. We'll go just a few more seconds. Back heel stays down, feeling some definite work through my anterior tibialis on my front side of the shin as I keep the heel down. My hands are guiding my hips so that they don't go crooked. One more time. And then back up. Nice, let's switch sides. So nice lower body release here today. Woo, balance. I'd rather have you go wider with your stride than more narrow so that you feel like you have good control. Double check the back foot, level and square the hips. The tighter that front leg is, the more the hips are going to pull crooked to what would be your left. Nice big breath in, level and square. Exhale, back knee bends as you hinge. Really feeling that good stretch in the hamstring. Rise back up, keep the inner core strong. Exhale, pelvic core. I'm using my hands to guide my right hip forward, left hip back. What will be your right hip, left hip? Without gripping with the front toes, keep the foot rooted. Each side feels very different for me. If you're feeling really savvy and you're like, okay, this is super easy, feel free to extend the arms. Without collapsing the rib cage and belly though, so keep that nice core strength. I'm going to stay with my hands at my hips so I can really make sure I'm getting that full stretch on the hamstring and nice full stretch through the back calf as well. Again, relax the toe. Front thigh muscle is firm, and that will assist in not feeling the need or vulnerability to lock the knee. Bend the back knee. I can't stress that enough. That way we're not moving with two straight locked legs. It's kind of like forward bend. You want to bend your knees when you fold, especially if you have tight hamstrings. We'll do a few more. Hopefully each time it's a little bit better. Keep the heel down. Last one. Nice job. Step up into mountain pose. All right, hopefully your body temperature's up a little bit. Step back now again with your left foot. This time we're going to go into that high lunge position. Square and level the pelvis. So lower glutes contracting. I'm getting that nice stretch through the psoas. Hips feel level. Nice. Inhale, your arms are going to extend. And I'm going to reach. Hands at the hips or hands at prayer. Anytime you bring your arms overhead, you're going to work your heart a little bit more. I'll keep my hands on my hips for the first few. Exhale, bend the back knee. Thighs engaged, pelvic floor is strong. Press up vertical, lower glutes are contracting, but not harder than the pelvic floor. There is a team, but it's pelvic floor first, glutes second. Bend and lift. Nice. Front knee doesn't move a whole lot. Awesome. If you're going for the arms, awesome. Keep the hips square, so you're still feeling that groin stretch. Exhale, press up. Rotate and broaden the back. Two more. Last one. Nice. Step up, mountain pose. Let's go to the opposite side. Just keep a nice, consistent pace. My feet are hips distance, level and square the hips. Front foot feels stable, the knee is not wobbling in or out. Hands at the hips, heart, or up overhead. Drop your shoulders, broaden your back as you rotate the arms. Bend the knee, inhale, exhale, press up. If you're more restricted through the quad, you're going to feel that. Feeling and noticing the glute on the front leg, not to let that hip swing up and out. Last one. Step up, mountain pose. Nice job. Open towards me, legs come in a straddle, feet turn forward, exhale, hinge, standing forward bend. And a nice straddle. I'm just going to pull back, make sure I don't come off camera. Thighs engaged, keep your feet anchored. Remember, never lock the knees. As you fold, I know you're tempted to flare the sit bones out. Please do not do that, especially if you have SI joint issues. Exhale, Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, side lunge off to the right. Lean to the inside of the right knee, open your groin. Press through the outer edge of the left foot, thigh muscle is strong. Take now what will be your left arm and reach it to the right. Create that stretch continuously through the torso now. Possibly slide the shoulder under the knee. Up through center, let's try the opposite side. One of my favorite stretches. We do spend a lot of time in sagittal plane, so it's nice to be in frontal plane. Lean to the inside of the knee, thigh muscle is strong, press through the outer edge of the foot. You may feel that through the ankle a bit. Nice long spine, core is strong. So that means that deep transversus in the pelvic floor is coming forward. Lean to the inside of the knee, maybe reach the arm. Even if your arm's not going quite as far, just that extension, the intention is there, and that sometimes is enough. Slow your breath, be consistent. And then back to center, nice work. Bend your knees, hop the feet together. Let's get a little tiptoe balance and spread the toes, heels to sit bones, hands to heart. Broaden through your elbows, relax through your shoulders. Full breath. And now lift your hips 1 inch up off your heels, hug your legs, engage your pelvic core. So I'm feeling those pelvic floor muscles. Sit bones are hugging. Exhale, lower your heels, or hips to heels, arm will turn sideways. You stay where you are. Exhale, sink your heels back, low heel squat. Wiggle your glutes free. And now reach your arms forward, broaden your back, head towards the earth. Try to breathe into your back muscles more than your belly muscles. Inhale, slowly start to lengthen your legs. Only go to the place where your belly and your thighs stay nice and close. That way, we're not hanging in the mid-vertebrae, and we really end up straining and using the legs and lower back improperly. So bend your knees, widen your feet, so you have a little bit more space for the abdomen. Exhale, relax the head. So by all means, hands can come behind the legs, and draw yourself in. Lean forward towards the balls of the feet. But again, keep that micro bend if necessary. Sit bones are never flaring open, they're always hugging together. Bend your knees, roll up, feel the pelvis tip into neutral until you're standing nice and tall. Awesome. Inhale, arms come up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. It's amazing what 10 minutes can do. I can't wait to see you again on the mat. And until then, from my heart to yours, from my soul to yours, how will you take what you learned on the mat today and utilize that in your everyday life? I'd love to hear from you. Make sure you visit my Facebook page at Core Functional Fitness by Hope Zvara. Like my page, and you're going to be able to be entered into drawings and be able to get discounts on workshops. And also visit my website at hopezvara.com, where you can check out all my awesome content on a daily basis. From my heart to yours, from my soul to yours, I'll talk to you soon. Namaste.